Welcome to Keep the Faith Ministry News. Much like the Netherlands, Justin Trudeau is bringing in a nitrogen emissions cap that will absolutely decimate Canadian farming. In December 2020, the Trudeau government unveiled their new climate plan with a focus on reducing nitrous oxide emissions from fertilizer by 30% below 2020 levels by 2030. Quote, "Fertilizers play a major role in the agriculture sector's success and have contributed to record harvests in the last decade. They have helped drive increases in Canadian crop yields, grain sales, and exports." A news release from Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada reads, "However, nitrous oxide emissions, particularly those associated with synthetic nitrogen fertilizer use, have also grown significantly. That is why the Government of Canada has set the National Fertilizer Emissions Reduction Target, which is part of the commitment to reduce total GHG emissions in Canada by 40 to 45% by 2030. This is a tacit admission that any attempt to lower emissions by reducing nitrogen fertilizer will consequently lower crop yields over the next decade, hurting the agriculture sector and, more importantly, hurting farmers. And indeed, according to a report from Fertilizer Canada, total emission reduction puts a cap on the total emissions allowable from fertilizer at 30% below 2020 levels. As the yield of Canadian crops is directly linked to proper fertilizer application, this creates a ceiling on Canadian agriculture productivity well below 2020 levels. It is estimated that a 30% absolute emission reduction for a farmer with 1,000 acres of canola and 1,000 acres of wheat stands to have their profit reduced by approximately $38,000 through $40,500 annually. In 2020, Western Canadian farmers planted approximately 20.8 million acres of canola. Using these values cumulatively, farm revenues from canola could be reduced by $396 million through $441 million on an annual basis. Wheat farmers could experience a reduction of $400 million. Moreover, Fertilizer Canada doesn't believe that forcibly decreasing fertilizer use will even lower greenhouse gases, but could lead to carbon leakage elsewhere. As Alberta MP Shannon Stubbs wrote at the time in an article for the Counter-Signal, the Liberal government is hiking the tax on everything carbon tax while Canadians struggle like never before with skyrocketing prices for essentials like food and fuel, heating and housing. Of course, the Liberals claim the carbon tax is revenue neutral. Whether for government or for Canadians, that's just not true. The independent, nonpartisan parliamentary budget officer calculates the GST collected on carbon taxes at more than $200 million each year, which goes straight into government coffers. Years ago, Conservatives tried to end this tax on a tax, but the Liberals wouldn't budge. Since boosting the carbon tax, gas prices have soared to over $2 per liter across Canada, with one Liberal candidate saying that the silver lining is that Canadians will be priced out of driving. And as with other problems facing our crumbling economy, Trudeau doesn't appear to be taking any actions to remedy it. Unsurprising, as so often he is the root cause. Quote, "In the last scenes of this earth's history, war will rage. There will be pestilence, plague, and famine. The waters of the deep will overflow their boundaries. Property and life will be destroyed by fire and flood. We should be preparing for the mansions that Christ has gone to prepare for them that love him." Maranatha, page 174. This is Keep the Faith Ministry News. Thank you for watching.